Hello, namaste. Sarah Rose Nose here. 1st of May. May I be safe. May I be healthy and strong. May I be kind. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. And then you would say, after you take care of yourself, then you say, may you be safe. May you be healthy and strong. May you be kind. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. And then you include the collective, the whole of the universe. May all beings everywhere be healthy, happy, and free. So that's what we're working on today. Just going to keep inviting that in, this idea of like, first we like bring our arms and we surround ourselves. We say, may I be healthy and happy, right? And then we share that with others. Then when we can take care of ourselves, right? We hug, skin to muscle to bone, and then we can give back to others. So what will you need for class today? I always recommend a yoga block if you have one. If not, you can use something like a water bottle or something like that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Like if you have if you need a strap sometimes, if you want to have that near you. But I'm going to back up back there and we are going to get started for our yoga class. Here we go. All right. Nice. I'm gonna bring my water with me. I'm a little thirsty. And it's not my phone here as a timer because sometimes I go over time. So you're gonna find a comfortable seat where you are. Realize this is, I felt like I was really far back, but I'm not that far back. Okay. It's pretty good. Gives you more time to get ready, right? So once if you need to, you can sit on a blanket or a yoga block. As you sit down and roll those inner thighs in, back, and apart. Broaden through your seat. Let's take a moment here to just arrive in your body today, to arrive where you are. Arrive where you are in your feet, in your legs. In our first chakra in our system of our body, it is very much like that root chakra, which governs like our perineum, and our feet and our legs are like the feet and the legs are like the stems for our root system that grounds into the earth. Right? So it is something to think about. It looks like, just going to check. I think someone's trying to get it. I'm just going to make sure. I know. Make sure. Okay. All right. All right. I'm just making sure we're all good. We're all good. It looks like here. Here, I'll just do that so you can see me a little better. Awesome. All right, so these legs that we have and these feet help us to ground into our life experience, to ground into the here and the now. So you start to draw your awareness to your feet and your legs, and just say yes to that idea of cultivating this beautiful yoga practice for yourself. This time for you to feel, to be, and to breathe. To say yes to filling up your cup, to take care of all it is that is you. And I'm just thinking of a song. There's a line from a song that love doesn't have to cost a thing, and that's so true. Right? Love, self-love it has no dollar sign. It's not something you can buy. And if you haven't already, you'll just take a moment to bring the inner thighs in, back, and apart in your seat as you broaden your sit bones to the right and to the left. And then draw the navel in just enough. Lengthen the tailbone down so there's a narrowing down to your seat. Your core muscles engaged. And it's from the very periphery, right, of our body, our fingers, talked about our feet, in our head, everything draws in. We think about skin to muscle, muscle to bone. We hug ourselves. And from this place in the pelvis, we then shine down into the earth and then up and out, right? So there's this broadening even of from your line of your column, of your spinal column, your right half of your body shines out more right, and your left half of your body shines more left. But you also anchor down into the earth, right? First, we anchor down into the earth to that place of the first chakra, and that is of safety, of having all of your needs met, your food, water, and shelter being met. Eyes can be open or closed, of course. Yeah. And then from there, from this place of your pelvis, where all this energy is hugging into, you then shine down into the earth and then up and out, and you broaden out, you get taller, even the crown of the head goes higher up to the heavens, to the sky. Bring the hands to your heart, palm to palm. And just inviting in this idea of what it means for you to self-love, to self-soothe, to self-care. May I be safe. May I be healthy and strong. May I be kind, right? So kind thoughts, clean thoughts about yourself. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Anything else you'd like to offer up for your practice today? And then you can give that out to other people too, right? Once you take care of that first part, that first stanza or paragraph, if you will, you can move out to your loved ones. May you be safe. May you be healthy and strong. May you be kind and think kind thoughts about yourself. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. And then after you say that to your loved ones and even strangers, you then can, the people that you meet along the way throughout your day, you can then embrace all that is, and it's maybe everything, be healthy, happy, and free, peaceful. So good. And if this doesn't work for you today, you can invite in your heart's intent, whatever feels right for you. And it can be the act of letting go, so you can make more room for that gratitude of self-care. I mean, letting go of something, like saying no, creating a boundary with something else, and say no. I'm going to make sure, as my phone turned, I had to restart the video because my phone was not on vibrate, it was on, and it was dinging. I was like, no. We had to create a boundary with our electronics, so we have more time in this human body. So we'll hi Charlie. We'll seal it with an Om, and then Anusara invocation if you'd like. Deep breath in. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Mortaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om. Nice job. If you have your legs crossed, I'm just going to change the way which leg is in front and swap it out for the opposite leg. Good job. Good. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up and overhead as you continue to ground down into your feet and your legs and your pelvis into the earth. Good. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale to center, root down, reach high and tall. And then switch your twist to that opposite side. No worries if you did the other side first. Inhale, center, root down, reach tall. Exhale as you twist. And inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Then inhale, center. Exhale, twist. We'll do one more just to incorporate that breath and the movement. And then inhale, come back to center. You can just keep the hands either with the palms on your lap and the hands down to the floor. And bring your chin towards your chest, and just very slowly with your head heavy over to the right shoulder, all the way over to the left shoulder. Let's take some time here just to feel, the neck and the cords that attach the head to the body. As you do this, we're bowing the head to your heart, right, into your own self, your own truth, to that place of love, a place of self-love and self-care. Take a few more here as you continue to take the time here to let go of any tension, or even that process of overthinking, as a way to just say, hey, busy mind, I see you're busy. I see you're popping up thoughts. And then you can match the movement with your breath on your inhale. May I be safe. On your exhale, may I be happy. Inhale, may I be safe. Exhale, may I be happy. And just a few more like that as you continue to let go of tension, or even to let go of your day, to let go of that. Even if you're doing this at the beginning of your day, this video, just saying, hey, for right now, I will be here. Right, and then bring your chin parallel. Good job. Yeah. Beautiful. We're going to bring the hands behind the head and mesh the hands together. So if you're not sure what that looks like, you just mesh the hands together like this. Bring the hands behind your head, right where your head and your neck meets. Good. And then lift your elbows up. Good. Press the back of your head into your hands and lift up as if you're tractioning out your neck. Press back, lift up, press back, lift up, press back, lift up. And then bring your hands down. Hopefully that relieves some of that tension in the back of your head and neck. If you have any, you might not have any tension at all, which is okay. We're gonna come right into tabletop. So any way you can get to your tabletop, but if you need a little extra cushion for your knees, you can find a blanket or double up your mat. Just spread your fingers wide. Your toes might be tucked under, but you might just have your toes on your mat like so, right? So you might have either or. On your inhale, now lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. Yeah, and then on your exhale, round through the spine. And if you still notice that your mind is like moving a lot from thought to thought, you can remind yourself of your little mini mantra that you have today. May I be safe. On your inhale and the exhale, may I be happy. And then if you're not sure what the yoga breath is like, we call it Ujjayi breath for the Hatha yoga style that we're doing today. And it's an inhale through the nostrils, as long as your nostrils are open, past your throat, right through your throat. Like if your nostrils are straws, you inflate your lungs really full. And then all that breath out of the lungs, past the throat, out of the nostrils. And of course, if your nasal passages for any reason are not open, you would breathe in and out of your mouth. I just don't want you to feel if you are like, you keep saying nose, and I can't do that. I just want you to know that there are many ways to do yoga, right? So I'll try to give you as many options as I can. Inhale, you lift, you lengthen each and every vertebrae. Exhale, you round. Now try to initiate the rounding from your low back, one vertebrae at a time. And then the head's the last to arrive. And then again, we're going to initiate from this
this area of your lower chakra, the Muladhara chakra. So from the base of your spine, near where your legs are, and your feet are your stems. You then one vertebrae at a time. The head is the last to arrive, and then again, it's more from your lower chakra system as you round, round, round. Good. Good. Yeah, so you should feel that from your perineum, that lower chakra area. Everything lifts in and up. May I be safe. And then you can relax a little bit through that lower chakra system as you then from your spine, one vertebrae at a time, and then the head is the last to arrive. Good. And then after this round, whenever you've rounded through the spine once more, you'll find a neutral spine at your own time and at your own pace. Just find a neutral spine. Nice. If your hands are all the way at the top of your mat, and walk those hands forward and walk your knees back just a smidge so you have a knee down plank. You feel your core engagement. Yeah. Beautiful. So the four corners of the hands, if you haven't already found them, it's the index finger mound, your thumb mound, the pinky finger to the outer heel of your hand. Press there. Good. And then with your toes tucked under, lift your seat up and back for down dog. Nice. And you can bend one knee and then the other as you continue to warm up and arrive in your body, on your mat, and in your life. Working your feet, your legs. And from here, it's that we just say yes, right? This is a big shape. This is our first, like, really, this is a dynamic shape. It's big. We're really taking up space here. And so we draw the fingers, the feet all in, right? We say yes. We say yes. We say yes to this claiming our space on our mat, claiming our space in our life, right? And then we draw in from our fingers, our toes, our legs, our arms, our head into the heart space. And then we draw the inner thighs in, back, and apart. So there's a broadening in your C. Your right sit bone goes right, left goes left. Yeah, and then you lengthen your tailbone, and there's an ever narrowing from your waistline down. So there's a power in your belly. Good. And then from your heart, you just anchor back to the earth and all the way out to the ends of the fingers, the toes, the legs, the head. I'm gonna tiptoe those feet up to your hands. I know it was a long hold. My hands are really slipping today. I'm just gonna grab my yoga mat right here that I have. It's like a towel that I use sometimes when I travel. So I just probably overdid it with the lotion. Today my hands are super slippery. All right. Good. So you're at the top of your mat. That's right. You're at the top of your mat. Feet are about hip width distance apart. You could measure that out. Knees are as bent or as straight as they need to be. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Press into the feet. And here you have four corners. Four corners in your feet, just like your hands. The big toe mound, the inner heel, the pinky toe mound, the outer heel, the main arch of your feet lift and lift up. There's engagement in your legs. Inhale, come all the way up, big stretch here, root down, rise high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a moment here as you stand at the top of your mat. Eyes can be open or closed. And just feel and just notice, right? Feel and notice. And exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, lift up, reach up. I know it's hard to sometimes be still and hear our breath. Exhale, fold forward. But that's part of self-care. It's about slowing down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So then we can know ourselves a little bit better. I'm going to step both feet back for this first one. We're going to do a prep, and then we'll fold, and we'll really start to flow. Lower the knees if you need to, or lower all the way down to your belly. Good, good. If you feel like your head is off your mat, you can do this little awkward thing that I do and just come back a little bit so your forehead can rest for a moment on your mat. Tops of the feet, the total bit of your feet are on, or connected to the earth. So if you feel like you're tucking your toes under, just imagine that the shoelace side of your foot is on your mat. Good. And once again, we just take a moment to say yes. We say yes to ourselves, to just arriving here. Good, and then from the most periphery of the fingers and the toes, the head, we hug in. Skin to muscle, muscle to bone, we give to the south. And if it helps, you're gonna bend the knees and then bring your knees into the mat. You might even lift your legs up for a moment. Then as you lift your derriere up into the air, so your booty lifts up a little bit, you draw the inner thighs in, back, and apart. And then from there, lengthen the tailbone, and you should feel your core muscles engage more, right? So the core muscles may engage more, it may not, right? You may have already been plugging in. Uni Bada lock, that could have already been there, and that's A-okay. Good, and then keep that. You got it, yeah, keep that, and then inhale, start to curl up the head and the heart. The heart leads the way, the head follows. And hugging everything into the pelvis itself, and then from the pelvis you shine out. You shine out, you're able to give back, right? You first take care of you. You say, may I be safe, may I be happy, and you fill your cup. And then you're able to give back to others, and you shine that out, you shine it out. From the pelvis, we lift the sternum more forward. You extend energy through the toes, the legs back in space. We get broader, we get longer, we get bigger, we get brighter. You got to press into your hands. You're gonna bring yourself into it's a child's pose, Balasana. Knees go wide, big toes touch. You might not be as far as down as I am. You might be farther down. I just want to give you a heads up. If you're up, right? If you're tight back here, that would be a different shape, a different looking shape, but still in the ballpark for sure. Enjoy a full breath in, a full breath out. Inhale, find your tabletop once more. And anytime in this class, exhale, down dog. You can find your pose of a child. If that doesn't feel good in your knees, your ankles, or any other points in your body that doesn't feel good, you can find a different shape as well. But I just want to give that as an option. Good. Inhale, look forward. Good. Step your right foot forward. Nice. And then lower your left knee down. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Exhale here. And enjoy another deep breath in. We're going to start to flow. Exhale, hands come down. Good. And lift your back knee up. Step your left foot forward and full hold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Big stretch, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. Right foot goes way back. You can keep your back knee lifted if knee down doesn't work, or lower your right knee. Inhale, sweep up, reach up, Anjaneyasana. Good. Pause here for the exhale. Just feel that hug of back leg to front leg and front to back. Yeah. Good. And then hands come down on your next exhale. Inhale to your high plank. So you might have to lift your right knee up and then bring your left foot back. Gaze slightly forward through the tops of your eyebrows. Take another inhale. Exhale to low plank. Those of you that are doing the Urdhva Mukha with your hips lifted, you can do that. I'm doing a variation with my hips down, my pelvis down. And then exhale, down dog. Good. So if you want a visual of what I just explained, and some people have the flexibility and the strength, is that you lower down and then the toes, either you roll over the toes or you do one leg at a time, and the pelvis is lifted. It may not look like that, that my pelvis is lifted, but it is. My quads, the front of my thigh, from my pelvis to my knees are lifted. Yeah, but I have very, very short arms, and you don't have to do that. It's just a demonstration if you needed a visual, or if that's like too intense for you and your low back doesn't flex that way, you can always travel with me in a variation of Cobra. Good. I'm gonna inhale, look forward, left foot steps forward.
Right knee might lower, keep that back knee lifted off your mat. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, or like a crescent lunge on the ball of the back foot. Enjoy the deep breath in. Good, hands come down. Lift your right knee. Right foot steps forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And deep breath in. And sweet remembrance, may I be safe. Exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. See if you can still feel your feet underneath you and the stems of the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold and bow. Look in. Left foot goes way back. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Pause here on the exhale. Draw another deep breath in. On your exhale, hands come down. You might lift your left knee up. It's a high plank. Exhale to low. Inhale, up dog or Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big breath in through the nostrils, past the throat, inflate the lungs. Out of the lungs, past the throat, out of the nostrils. And for some of us, the yogic breath or the ujjayi breath might sound a little bit like a soft snore, or kind of like, I was kind of, to me, it feels calming like the ocean tide, right? Like that sound of the ocean. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Good. I'm going to step both feet forward and fold. You did a great job. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, I'm going to step your right foot, or actually whichever foot you'd like to face me. Good, out in a wide straddle. Right toes will face towards the front edge of your mat, and the left foot will face slightly in. And this is not, you won't need it just yet, but if you know your yoga block or your water bottle that you're using as a yoga block's far away, you just want to bring it kind of close to you. Yeah. And then from here, your hips and your heart will face to the side of the room. Reach the arms out from your shoulders like a T. Bend into your right knee. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. You got it, yeah. And there may be a soft gaze at your front fingertips, and that would be your right fingertips. For some of us, we might notice that our left hip might travel to where the eyes are gazing. And we want to keep, we want to keep the pelvis broad. So you might just have to tap your left hip back just a little to keep the hips and the heart facing, right? And that's expansion. I'm going to flip your top palm up. I'm going to just a little peaceful warrior, because we have that what may I be peaceful is our last part of our saying today. Peaceful warrior. This is another chance to say yes to our warrior, to our inner light worker. That right, we want to do the hard work out there in the world. We have to first say, may I be safe, may I be healthy and strong, may I be kind, right? Kind to myself, kind thoughts. May I be happy and peaceful. Come back to warrior 2 to straighten the front leg. Hands catch your hips, your waist, dial your right toes in. Inhale, reach up through the heart. This heart of Padasvanasana, we're going to fold forward. Knock the hands down to your mat. You can use your yoga block underneath your hands. The knees can be bent or straight, right? You can go straight-ish if you have really tight muscles. Good. Another chance to, like you did all of those beautiful neck rolls for a warm-up. You gave yourself lots of time. You know, it probably lots of love to the cords behind the head and neck, the shoulders, right? And just allowing that to shake out, even shaking out some thoughts, expectations, even. And shake your head, yes, as well. As you shake your head for more of that you want more of that good stuff, more of that security, that happiness that we all want.
Micro bend into your knees, hands touch the top of the thighs and slowly come up. Okay. Bring the left toes to face to the front edge of your mat. And this time the right toes might face directly forward. If you're really, really tight, your toes might angle a little bit forward in space, but the heel, of course, I don't know if I said this on the other, the heel is in line with pretty much the middle part of your back foot. So if you feel like, you know, your hips aren't directly facing the side of the room, you might just need to look down and see the left heel. If you drew a line, some of you have lines on your mats. I just love the mats they're making these days. They're making it way easier for us. Stretch the arms out from the shoulder, bend into your left knee. I love it. I like my Manduka mats. This is a more portable Manduka mat, but I have a really thick, heavy one in the car that I love. I know. Well, it's heavy though. You'll flip your left. Oh no, we're gonna be in warrior two for a little bit. We're dressing a two. And say yes, another chance to say yes. To say yes to the experience as we get more expansive, right? In the shapes that we take, more expansive that we get in our life. And then we just have to remember that we have to draw from the, you know, what is most outward. And so the fingertips, the toes, the legs, the arms, the head into the self. And we keep that, we draw the inner thighs in, back, and apart for sure. So that booty goes out a little bit. And then from the waistline ever narrowing down, we lengthen down. That pulls that power, that belly power in. And from that pelvis, right, all this energy is charging into. You then expand back out, we get brighter, we get bigger. Flip your left palm, reach up, reach back. Just forward here. And you can just keep getting more and more you. The safer you get, the more grounded you become, and as you notice your feet, the four corners of your feet, the more that you can lift up to the main arch of those feet, and you find your power, your strength, and it's just like the legs are like, it's like you put energy stockings on them and you plug in. Plug into the pelvis and then back down through the length of the legs, and then all the way up, right? Back like a springboard into the pelvis, right? That wraps around. And then all the way back down and up and out. Maybe the head goes back more. And you know, come back to warrior two or Jasana two. Hands catch the waistline, straighten the front leg. Dial all of the left toes to face forward in space. You have that other side or that right side. This would be the time to find your block in your right hand. In your right hand, yeah. Stretch the arms out from the shoulders. Both legs are straight-ish. You know, kind of like imagine you're hugging like one of those big, I used to have one in here, but I think we had to hide it, or my kids popped a big giant Pilates ball, right? Big giant Pilates ball. I think they did pop it actually. I haven't seen it in a while. It was so fun to do back bends on them. So you're gonna hug that big giant Pilates ball between the shins and the calf muscles. Yeah. So strong, steadfast. Yeah, IBC. The right arm comes down, left arm goes high. Right, and then perhaps the gaze goes up to your left thumb, the head goes back just enough. And as you supercharge through your legs, and you hug the right leg to the left and left to the right, the stems of the legs go up into the pelvis, from the pelvis down and out. Now, right? Beautiful, nice job. Take one more deep breath in. See if you can shine a little bit more from the pelvis, get brighter, get bigger. The crown of the head extends towards the opposite side of the room as the tailbone lengthens away from the head. And bend into your front knee and slowly come on out. We're just going to go right to that other side. Trikonasana triangle pose on the other side. Right toes angle forward in space. Left toes go to the front edge of the mat. Reach the arms out from the shoulders. Good. Get really long and tall from your waistline to your armpits. Fill up with breath. On your exhale, descend. Left hand down, right arm goes high. You got it. Nice. Beautiful. And it's just that hugging in. So you have that giant beach ball. Maybe it's like an oversized beach ball, a Pilates ball. And you hug in. Your shins hug in. And of course, say yes. And let him just say yes. She's like, yes, I heard you talking in here. We woke up from the cat now. I love Koga. It's cat yoga. Koga. We have Doga. I think they have Koga. And so you draw in, even though like life is happening all around you. Just like my cat, you hug into yourself. May I be safe. May I be happy. You get super strong all the way up from the pelvis. From the pelvis, you send back down. That's your stability. And then from this energy of the earth, you brighten, you get big from the pelvis, down and out, through the legs, up through the spine, through the crown of the head, through the tailbone, through the top arm, the bottom arm. And you may not need a block, by the way. You're gonna inhale if it helps you connect the bend into your front leg or just stay there. Because that's skin the muscle the bone to protect your knee. And come on up. Nice job. So this next one is called Ardha Chandrasana. And I'm gonna ask that you come on over and watch this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask that you come on over. And you watch. Yeah, I'm just giving you a minute. Yeah, so come on over and you're gonna watch me do Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Yeah, we'll start in we're gonna go right foot forward and we have our triangle stance right here. Yeah, and just watch with your eyes. I'm using a block, but you don't have to. The block will go behind my right leg, kind of behind my right leg, but forward, pretty much underneath my right shoulder once I get there. I'm bending into my right knee, toe heeling my left foot in and lift the left toes off the mat, and that fires those four corners of my feet. So it makes this leg a little stronger, if you will. It fires the muscles, so that's our muscular energy there. So you want that. And then my left leg will lift up. Okay. And it's like a sneaker foot with both feet, right? You have your four corners still engaging. Then you can relax your toes a little bit. You don't have to very much go towards your nose. You can just kind of relax, but you still have a sneaker foot. Both feet are super active. Perhaps the left arm goes high, and maybe even the gaze goes high. You should gaze up at your left thumb. Yeah. And your left hand can catch your left hip if that helps, right? You land it and you come up. Okay. So I'm gonna do it one more time on my left side. And you can watch, right? You can kind of watch, or sometimes it's like, I'm so excited. I hear you on that. All right, so here we go. And just stretch out. We have our triangle pose. So one more time, one more down, if you will. And then we'll do it right and left together. Super active in that back leg. Skin to muscle to bone. There's like energy stockings on both legs. The balancing leg, which will be the left leg, as well as that floating leg. Where does the block go, or where does the hand go? And it goes pretty much underneath your shoulder, but to the pinky toe edge of your front foot. Right? And that'll help you to keep your spine and your lungs stacked on top of one another. It's really hard for me to talk, so I'm just going to use the block to help. But that's the hand down. And then you might even start to stack them on top of one even more. Maybe the gaze of the eyes goes high towards the right thumb. And you say yes. You say yes to this most expansive poses that we're doing thus far. And then we hug in. We hug in the arms, the legs, everything here into the pelvis. Okay, and then we draw those inner thighs in, back and apart. We lengthen the tailbone. I just lengthen my tailbone more, which made me way more steady because my core was engaged. Yeah, and then from the pelvis we extend out, we get brighter, we get bigger, and we share the love that we've given ourselves with everyone that we meet. Bend into your left knee. Well, I am. Oh, now it's your turn. I said bend into your left knee. Now it's your turn, but my guess is we were doing it too. All right, right side, here we go. Do you know your triangle stance? Right toes forward, left toes facing out. Bend into your right knee. Flex your left foot like crazy, like you have a sneaker on your foot. Flex. Yeah. And then reach up. The left arm goes high and lengthen out. You have the stockings on your legs. So strong, so strong.
The more of a bond or a lock that you can make with the muscles, the more you can bring skin to muscle, muscle to bone, and hug to yourself, the more effortless it is for you to lift your left leg, right? The more you hug your legs into your pelvis, the more that you can then find your power, right? Your own power that's in that Muladhara chakra area. And then you extend out, you shine out, you get bigger, brighter, So good. We're gonna switch sides. I'm gonna be a pro at Ardha Pujasana. If you're at home too, you can also use the wall. I've done that a few times. Where you can bring your foot, either your foot to the wall, right, when you're going into it, or you can bring your back to the wall. Let me see this. So just know, right, as long as there's no paintings or pictures. Right, as long as your wall isn't as busy as this windowsill is, right? So we have our left foot, the toes face forward, the right toes face forward in direction, stretch the arms out to a T. And then start to look like a teapot. I'm pouring the water out. Where does the left hand go? It's pretty much the pinky toe edge to your left foot. Flex and you reach. That's your right foot. That's when you reach your right arm up. Right to your right. Yeah. And reach your right arm up. Plug everything in to the pelvis. And then find your breath. As soon as I found my breath, I got more steady. Good, and then bend into your left knee and come on up. So good. Check it out from the block down to the side. What's this called? The kids used to do. I can't. Shake it out. That was for your amusement or your great displeasure. I'm not sure. You're like, how don't do that? All right. So you're gonna bend the goddess pose. Bend the knees, sink in. Pull the ribs in, get the ribs towards the pelvis. Feel your power in your center. As if your back is to the wall. Stretch your fingers wide if you'd like. Helps to relax the muscles in our face. Helps us have a mood lift. Smile. Curl your lips, the corners of your mouth into a smile. May I be happy. I tell you about, I think I did in another one of these, but lifelong memory for me. One of my friends, her name is Julie. She's my friend in high school. She did a speech in class, and it was about how when we smile in our brain, it makes a pathway where it will trick us, even if we're in a different mood, right? We're having like a sad thought. Just curling the lips into a smile can change that. And that's how quickly, right? That mind over matter. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. And we'll slowly come up and straighten those legs. We'll feel those feet in a little bit more. And then you might find your block once more. And you can use that to sit on if you need to. If you need 2 blocks, you can find that. We're going to do what's called Malasana yoga squat. And your yoga squat, by all means, could be right here. If you have any knee issues, you might even sit on a chair. You might sit and hover your seat. You might sit on a yoga block like so, with your elbows to the inner knees. And just a few breaths here. Got it. Big breath in through the nostrils, past the throat, and leave the lungs. Out of the lungs, past the throat, out of the nostrils. It's about a 4 to 6. So for some of us, it's like an 8 to a 12 count. Sometimes that ujjayi breath can be really long and powerful. And taking a moment to be and breathe, to remind yourself that you are safe. You're going to be healthy and strong. You're going to be kind. You're going to be happy. You're going to be peaceful. Good. You know, I was just stretching out my neck, right? You know. It's good sometimes just to move that back. All right, so to come up, I know that was a long hold. I'm gonna bring your block out. That's what we're working on today. We're working on like being okay with being in the pose and not just moving super quickly. Kind of staying in them a little longer if you haven't noticed. Yeah. Good job. Just a tiny bit of core. I just have to be honest, core is not my favorite. So it's good to do it like this when we have it's more accountability. For today, we're gonna do it for like a minute, if you will. That's right. I know. 1 minute plank that is. You're like, what are we gonna do? I just have to, okay, I do have it set. You can be in your plank, you could be right here where we started to set up our down dog with your knee down plank. You can be right here. And that's super awesome. You might lower to your forearms. That's super awesome. You might be in full arm plank, and that is super awesome. So you're gonna do you. Here we go. The timer is set. Here we go. So you have 1 minute to work your core muscles in a different way. Feeling that strength in your center. Filling up with breath on each and every inhale. And each and every exhale. At that halfway mark, just tapping this so I don't lose my timer here. At that halfway mark, we can change it out. If you're in full arm plank, you can go to forearm plank or vice versa. Here we go. So you might want to change it out and do a little mini break. And then we're right back in. You're almost there. You have 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left on the clock. You got this. You can see your sternum moves forward in space. Your heels extend back. You're super strong at your center. So try to relax your legs a little bit and allow your core to do the heavy lifting. You have 3, 2, and 1. You are done. I lowered onto my belly. I was gonna have you do a child's pose, but we're here. We're here at crocodile. Bring one hand on top of the other, create a little pillow for your head. Nice job. Big breath in. Good, big breath out. One more like that, big breath in. Maybe even out of your mouth, releasing breath out of your mouth. Let it go. So good. That moment to be and breathe, to just feel, right? All right, so we're gonna get our shoulders warmed up. One more big shape we want to take today. So to stretch out our shoulders here, bring your right hand towards your left elbow. We're gonna cross it behind the elbow and then reach your opposite arm out. So you have a big release, right? So if this doesn't feel good to you, you can always use a yoga block underneath your head. You can not do this as well. You can also do the crocodile pose that we just did with the one hand on top of the other. And just a few reps here. Really hugging ourselves, stretching out our shoulders. Walk your arms in. Okay, and you have your opposite arm that hides behind. You can also stay up here in space. Right? Bring your opposite arm behind. And do that hug to the self. Any way that the head wants to kind of relax here. May I be safe. May I be healthy and strong. May I be happy. May I be peaceful.
May you be safe. May you be healthy and strong. May you be kind and think kind thoughts. For anyone you want to think about that you want to send a little love to, but make sure you love, love, love yourself first. And slowly come on up. Nice job. And peel yourself up any way that you want to. I know your arms might feel like jello right now. Now kind of feet. Bring the arms behind you. Bring your feet wide. Take a moment to windshield wiper your legs left and right. So there are lots of options. I'm going to show you a couple of variations for this next shape. It's a hip opener with an arm variation that might be a little different. And I just wanted to offer it today because it feels really good because it's like a full body hug, right? It's not for everyone, and I'll show you. So one way that you can explore a hip, like a stretch. So they call easy tree or Janusarsasana, right? So you might just do this today and then fold. Okay, so just know that that could be where you are today. Now, if you'd like to take a variation, a mix match variation, which is super fun, you're gonna bring your right leg, or I'll try to do it opposite, your right leg in front of your left leg. And then you bring your legs out. This is where you might use your block again or blocks. And then you might sit on your block or even folded blankets if you don't have a yoga block. Now, if you're like, hey, my knees hurt, this doesn't work for me, any of those things that are coming up, my body doesn't even go anywhere near that shape. This is where you'll be, and you can fold, right? I don't super love this one either because it sometimes can passively stretch the back leg that's on the bottom and a pinchy way for the knee. So it's not my favorite. Other people are like, do that. And I know, and I get it, and that's a-okay. But if you're here with me, this, right, legs, but then reach the arms out and bring your left arm underneath your right arm for a Garudasana arm. And this is like a full hug to the self. It's full hug to the self. Your elbows as best as you can, elbows in line with your shoulders, forearms parallel to your face. And just allow the openings to happen in the back plane of the body. The head goes back just a little bit. So you have a beautiful curve in your neck. Big breath in, big breath out. So good. Good, and then unwind the arms. You're gonna fold towards, I believe this is your right leg that's on top, and then I'll start to turn towards your right foot. And then you do this awkward turn type thing. And then you should have the opposite leg on top, and you should still be facing the same side of the room you're facing. Now, if you got stuck facing the opposite side of the room, you just want that opposite leg to be on top. And it might feel a little awkward, right? Because it's the opposite side, we haven't done this side yet. Yeah, and just know, this doesn't work on this side, you have that other easy tree as you fold. And so there's so many options for everyone. That's what I love yoga. There's somewhere for all of us to land. And then we have our Gomukhasana legs, and then our Garudasana arms as we create our own creature. Yeah. Right arm goes under. I have to do the opposite because I'm facing you. Right arm goes under or opposite arm. And again, it's going to feel different when you do it. It's going to be like, oh, that's the correct one. Right arm under.
Release the arms. Release the legs. Go wide, seated, straddle. And just like you started, you just want to say yes. Okay, to this beautiful experience, to this time to be and breathe, to hug yourself, to love you in all many ways that you should. And we draw the inner thighs just as you started in your seat. You might even broaden your seat a little. You might even just lift your seat up and broaden out. Some of us really don't mind touching our breathing muscles because they're ours, right? Yeah. And then, no, right? And then we hug in the legs into the pelvis, and from the pelvis we extend down and out. You might fold forward. And saying yes to this very expansive pose, right? So expansive. You might even fold all the way forward. First, we say yes. May I be happy. May I take time for myself in all the ways that I can, even if it's just 5 minutes. Even if it's just 5 minutes in the morning to just sit with myself outside. Whatever it means to you. My morning routine has become legendary. Because it's so important to me. And there may come a time when I don't need that anymore, when I'm just so in with the oneness, that I will always feel safe and healthy and strong and think the kindest of most kind thoughts and be happy and peaceful. And yeah, but until then, I need to remind myself, those times of self-love, it reminds ourselves how to love ourselves, because we forget. And then we have more to give. We hug from the periphery of the feet, the legs, the arms, the head, everything into the pelvis. We literally broaden the seat laterally, and from our waistline we lengthen, we narrow down. So there's the strength in the core of our belly, the navel towards the spine, the tailbone lengthens. And then from this pelvis, we draw in and we expand out. And we like a springboard to draw back in and out, right? And then back out again. And maybe we can go even more into the pose, right? We can go even farther into the pose, and we have all this power, this strength. We can give more. We can give back more to our community, to our people. And slowly come on top. Take your time to come up. You might be so expansive that it helps to bring the hands underneath your knees, to bring the knees up. And bring the legs out in front of you. Yeah, shine the toes towards your nose, if you will. You still have the 4 corners of your feet, the big toe mound to the inner heel, the pinky toe mound to the outer heel, so you can hear there's energy lifting up. And that's where the energy sockets continue to flow. All the way up to the pelvis. The pelvis, it goes down and out through the ends of the arms, the legs. And when you want to get there, you can fold. Some of us might just have our hands to the mat. You might reach for your feet. You can find your breath. And slowly come on up. You're going to make your way to your relaxing pose. It could be Shavasana on your mat, right? If you're not sure what Shavasana looks like, you lie on your back with your arms out to the side, your feet out to the side. You can also go into crocodile if you feel safer in crocodile pose. We did that earlier. And it might look like this. You can stay seated as well. Eyes can be open or closed. And I'm going to play a little bit of music
A little bit of music as you relax. For a few more moments. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can do that again. Deep breath in and let it out. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka, loka, samasta sukino bhavantu. May your peace be happy. May your peace be safe. May your peace be kind. May your peace be free. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka, loka, samasta, samasta sukino bhavantu. Om Shanti. Om. And start to deepen your breath. So you can find gentle movements in your fingers and your toes. You can roll your head right and left right as you do some wonderful neck rolls at the beginning of class to just remind yourself to inhale. May I be safe. Exhale. May I be happy. And you can stretch your legs long. Do that kind of awkward but really yummy yoga stretch of your body. That's like a good morning stretch when you wake up in the morning. The knees might pull in. You can roll to a side. You might already be seated, but we'll make our way to a comfortable seat. In the hands before the heart. Yoga is so amazing because it reminds us to slow down and take care of ourselves so we can go out into the world and love one another. Go into that same light within and all around. That was we say namaste, namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much. May you be happy and healthy and peaceful and free and all of those beautiful things. Bye. See you next time.